Today I'm going to make a really super delicious herbal appetizer that's oregano beets. And if you like beets, you're going to love this recipe. And it's a really super simple recipe that you can make the day before so that it's ready. Or you can make it an hour before you need to be somewhere, but it's red. I love red foods this time of year. Beets are really good for the liver. They're really high in iron. And oregano is just incredible herb to use this time of year, especially at potlucks. It helps prevent the bacteria that cause food poisoning, and it's antibacterial, antimicrobial, antifungal, so it's just a great cold and flu prevention herb, and I put a lot of oregano in our food this time of year. So I'm going to make a oregano beets for you right now. All right, so I'm going to flip you around and put you in a claw, and then you'll just be able to see my hands. This recipe has garlic, oregano, fresh oregano, beets, and it's also we've got some olive oil here. This olive oil is just get the best olive oil that you can, but this olive oil is made by, was pressed by some friends. We've got some organic maple syrup, we've got balsamic vinegar, we've got Himalayan salt, and we've got dried oregano, okay? So yeah, we've got our maple syrup, got our olive oil, okay? So those are our ingredients. Okay, you can use any kind of beet. They again, we have a community-supported agriculture, and they're growing all kinds of different beets right now, including these golden beets. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Right, so you just want to take your beets down to bite size. Right, and chop them up. And again, beets are amazing for the liver. They help regenerate the liver. They're high in iron, and they're high in B vitamins, calcium, and again, yeah, you want to, oops, a little slippery. Okay, so we're going to use 4 cups. And I've already got some beets chopped up for you, so you don't have to watch me chop 4 cups. And so this is a mix of red beet, golden beet, and I think these are called chayoga. I'm not sure, but they're beautiful. I actually, for this recipe, prefer red beets because the red beets look nicer at the end. These beets, the spiral beets, these don't look as nice once they're cooked, but they taste delicious. So I've got here 4 cups actually. 4 cups of chopped bite-sized beets, all right? And what we're gonna do is you can either steam them or you can roast them. So I'm gonna roast them. Whoops. All right. And then what I do is I add about half a cup of water. Right, so instead of cooking them in oil, I just cook them in water. Let the water kind of steam them. And then I'm going to just put some dried oregano here. And again, oregano is such a great herb to be infusing I'm going to put some salt too, some Himalayan salt. And the oregano, again, it's so antimicrobial. It just fights off any kind of infection. It helps to kill bacteria that causes food poisoning, so it's a really good one to bring to potlucks. And yeah, so there's our beets. What we're going to do is I'm going to put this in the oven at about 350 for about a half an hour. Now, there is not a set time for how long you're going to cook these, because even at 350, everybody's oven cooks differently. And also how you might chop your beets smaller. And if they're chopped smaller, they need less time. So in general, I'm putting 4 cups of these chopped bite-sized beets, well, this one's not bite-sized, this one's a little bit bigger, into the oven on 350 for about 30 minutes. However, you're going to need to check it because you're going to give or take for that, right? So I'm going to go ahead and put these in the oven. And I know if you ever, all my herb classes, I already have some that's already done. So just give me a second and I'm going to put this in the oven at 350. All right. And like I said, I already have some that are already cooked. Now, these beets right here are the, these are the beets, these are the white and red spiral beets, which actually don't turn out as pretty as red beets. So for this dish, I actually like red, just bright red beets the most. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Now we're gonna make the marinade for this, okay? I'm gonna make a really delicious dressing for this, okay? So let's move this aside and we're gonna make our dressing. This is super yummy, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 1/2 cup of olive oil.